What's up, Mike? Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for your support, man. Appreciate it. We're gonna get started in a couple minutes here. Let's play some calming music to start us out. There's so much science behind the 528 hertz. Yeah, I was watching Spaceballs, some clips from Spaceballs again because Elon Musk is really into Spaceballs. I haven't seen the movie in like 10 years or more. Man, that is probably one of the funniest movies of all time. That's why he called the Plaid, the faster Model S, the Plaid, because when they go into ludicrous speed in Spaceballs, it becomes Plaid. They get Plaid. Um, Happy forever. I didn't understand plaid is so like ludicrous speed makes sense. It's a ludicrous, but plaid is just completely random. Like how does that doesn't make sense really. That's just yeah, the jam, yeah. Oh man, the 1980s. They never made a sequel. They were talking about doing it. Probably best not, because sequel is never as good. It is looking pretty bearish, Kevin. We'll talk about it. Talk about the bears. Do you guys like the calming music? Do you want me to keep it on during the streams? Like, how do you guys feel about the calming music? Um, what's the date for the upgrade for Ethereum? That's what I want to find. That's what I want. That's probably going to be a sell the news at this point. I mean, it's not really, unless you go hyperbolic into another crazy bull run. Okay, September 19th. Yeah, probably sell the news. Probably. Distraction. Okay. Destruction. It's a destruction. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it real quiet. Um, yeah, he's not bad. What's up, Yelena? Alright, you guys. Let's get right into it. What's up, guys? Evanaldo here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get into the most important part. Let's get into the meat of this. So, we've been trying to prevent myself from sneezing here. Sorry. We've been in this ascending wedge for a while. We obviously know ascending wedges tend to be, more bearish. Now it's kind of just, it's crazy how usually the longest these go on for is about 2 months. So we're either going to break up or break down. That's the main point here. Let's talk about it on, well, how about we talk about, I'm trying to think what we first want to talk about. Talk about the 16-day. Confirms in a day and 8 hours. You'd probably have to come down to, probably, I mean, it's hard to say exactly where you would lose the green dot. Maybe CryptoFace would probably know better than me, but I'd say at least like 22. My guess is you probably have to even lose 20 pretty, the next day. So I don't know if 10% downward, what I'm thinking based on bearish div on the 3 hour, 4 hour could bring us down that low, but we'll see. If this does confirm, it's a major, major bullish point. It would bring the likelihood of 17K being the bottom up much higher. So it would be a good point to look at. I would say, what I'm going to be doing, not necessarily buying after it, but once the daily comes back into the red after that 16-day confirms here, then I would be going in. I mean, I already bought a lot, between 17 to 22K as we were dumping down. Just been sitting on my bags for now. you know, mainly focusing on Bitcoin too, because just Bitcoin has looked bearish. It's done well recently. I wasn't completely right on that. Bitcoin dominance has looked very bullish. That's the reasons why. Maybe it's different this time. We'll see. September is normally a bad month. We'll talk about that. So, let's move downward a little bit. On your 2-day right here, you're kind of neutral. You're coming up with the VWAP again. Money flow coming up. So maybe a little bit more bearish or bullish with the money flow. Same type of deal with a 3-day here. And your daily, overall bullish. The only thing is these are very split. Just not the best look, kind of like back here. You crash down. So that's a main concern we have. And usually when they do curve down after being split for a while, that brings you a good place downward. Now, we kind of also have that ping pong pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not really breaking down like you should here because you're making a new high, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Onto the 12-hour, very choppy, not much to derive from this view up, starting to come down, losing some steam, I guess. 8-hour kind of looks bearish because you're still not coming back into the green. You could probably get a bearish div pretty soon here. So I would say your 8-hour looks pretty bearish, and some of these lower time frames definitely do as well. 6-hour, when this does happen, I mean, look, this is why the title of this says we could come down 10%, 9 to 10%. ETH, it's 10%, 9% here. And then if it's like this one, this bearish div, well, this wasn't a bearish div, but this kind of same rejection off of that general area, same trajectory, 14%, but I'm more, concerned with that one. Also, I believe the 4-hour probably had, okay, it was right here. This was our last bearish div here. You didn't even get a bearish div on the 4-hour. And this brought us down, 9%. So that's what we're looking at. If we come down, 9, 10% from here, you got this kind of trend line right here, 8%, that's 22, 10, 11%, that's 21. I don't know if you're gonna, and it could happen relatively soon too if you do something like that. I mean, this is like within the next day. I don't know if that would make that 16-day go away. I don't think it will, but we'll see. We'll see right now. And I'll show you also how I was able to catch the top here on this. So this was kind of an easy one. You got a bearish div 2 on your 2-hour here. That's kind of the same one we looked at in the 4-hour. They're just more spread out. I shorted based on, there were a few different entries, but I shorted based on, this was a trade in exclusive Discord, by the way. I shorted based on this bearish div kind of right here, especially this to this one. I believe I entered somewhere around here. Stop loss was above there. Took some profits already, locked in profits, and I'm going to be a little bit more lenient, just waiting, maybe even forget where I'm going to take my next profits, but I believe it's somewhere around here. Just a little bit more greedy with this. I already took out half the position, but I'm just waiting to see because I think there's a lot of potential to come down farther, and I can make a good chunk of money if we do come down a lot farther here. That's what I'm looking at. So this 3-hour confirms an hour and a half. The 4-hour, not printing yet. It's printing on Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum. You see the 4-hour, that's printing a nice bearish div, confirms in 3.5 hours. I'm not in an Ethereum short right now. I tried to short Ethereum last night. It looked really bearish, got stopped out. Sometimes it happens when you're trying to catch the top. But right here, you're printing that confirms an hour and a half. And then your 4-hour confirms in 3.5 hours. So I do think it could get a little bit choppy, but I do think in all likelihood, you're probably headed down. Now, on your 4-hour on Ethereum, look at this. I mean, the last time you had a bearish div here, this was a nice short entry, I believe. I don't even remember, but I believe this was a trade. It took 10, 11% there, 10.55. If you repeat something like that, you're right down to this fib level, 1740. So that's a big place. This definitely could be a local top here, and you got a spider line pocket as well on Bitcoin and ETH. These spider line pockets are very powerful. Just look at that. Look at how the price respects that area. If you saw me on the trading battle, my trades in the trading battle are deep in the red right now, but this is just for charity. It's not, not my own money. So it's, you're just trying to make as much for charity as possible. And you only get, one trade to really, to set there. And yeah, I mean, if you look at this, could come back down quite a bit. Money flow coming out in the 8-hour. There is some hope for my trades. Now, I think I have 3 more days. It was 2 days since the battle. Today's Thursday, I believe. So I have 3 more days to get this to come down. Will it come down in that amount of time? I hope so. Maybe not, though. We need more time for these these little swings to play out here, but just deep in the red. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. That I was not expecting the just the jump up off of this, but you are seeing kind of a nice like head and shoulders right here on Matic. So yeah, for the Matic analysis right here to just come down. Your 2-day as well, split RSI is curving down. I think it's a pretty nice short here. I mean, it doesn't get invalidated unless we get above 105, 106, that area. So I just think time may not, because we need this to go down for this to, it could take longer. You know what I mean? Time may not be on my side. I think it's 5 days to get down. So yeah, it's what happens. That's what happens. It was tough to predict with the CPI report. I mean, who knew it was going to be? That's so tough to predict. I'm going to take a quick sip of coffee. Let me mute myself. A lot of stuff going on, so it gets a little tough. Let's look at the chat. Wow, a lot of people in here. What's up? What's up, a cool? Anchor just ripped. Bear flag, okay. Okay. Is the Altcoin's closest 200 day? BNB was the closest all the short. Hold the short one. Yeah, okay. That's good. Yeah, BNB, a lot of people, that looks like probably a juicy short coming up, if not already. Yeah, cool is more bullish. Okay, so 26 coming. So cool. Where do you think we'll drop off before the 26K? Because I don't think you're just going to go right up to 26K. And if it's going to take 2 weeks, you're gonna need to yeah. Coinable. Okay, Coinbase on Bitstamp. It is Bitstamp I've been using because we could look at that. Bitstamp I've been using, and the reason is because it's more data. But we could look at, yeah, that's on regular candles though. Let's see if it's on. Yeah, okay. No, it's the same, guys. It's the same on Bitstamp. Maybe it just appeared, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, it is the same. Bitstamp's fine. I mean, maybe Coinbase could be a teeny weeny bit better, but I've not noticed the difference. But yeah, that's the main thing right now. I mean, your 2-day RSIs are split here, but they're on some of these, we'll look at BNB as well. Definitely want to look at BNB 100% right now. BNB. Let's see. It's not Binance Coin. Yeah, 6 out and money flow coming out here. This looks like it could be a juicy short coming up. May give this one a shot, especially once this. Where do I want to enter this? You confirmed a 4-hour. Money flow not coming out the way I want it to just yet. I'd probably wait till this looks juicy, 1.5 hours here. Let me set a notification for when this confirms. Let's see. I believe I could, once per bar close, crossing small, yeah. This could be a juicy short. There's a few others as well. I mean, VeChain I was trying to short, got stopped out of. Just stopped out of because my stop loss was at like 334, not 335 or whatever. Just got stopped out, which was pretty unfortunate, but oh well, can't win them all. Yeah, I mean, once there's real split RSIs, once these start curving down, that could be a juicy short. I mean, this came up a lot. Yeah, this came up a lot, 65%. Well, compared to ETH, not really. And Cardano, let's take a look at Cardano because it's been boring, a little bit boring. Starting to curve down with those split RSIs, yeah. 6 hour bearish div may happen. A little choppy here, a little choppy here. I'd be more inclined to try to short BNB. And ETH, obviously, once this 4-hour confirms, really looking for this to probably go short. I mean, yeah. So do I think Bitcoin is going down to 13K? Now, what I think is, that's a good question. What I think is if the 16-day confirms, it's probably going to take a while. The likelihood of that is less. It's probably going to take a while. That could be at the end of the year, even next year, if we do go into a bad recession here. Now, if the 16-day doesn't confirm and we crash down to 20K relatively soon, which could be tough. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. Then you could be there next month. September could be your bloodbath. So that's what I'm looking at. Still running on CPI pump fumes, yeah. So do I wait always for a red dot? Not necessarily. It depends. It totally depends. Billy Bob, yeah, it could be. It's either going to be, I feel like either we're going to get a bottom next month or later in the year. I mean, the last two, it could be even 2023. The thing, too, is what I want to show you guys, too, this is important. Let's look at the SPY. Let me show you the SPY. Now, what I want to show you on, wrong thing. What I want to show you on the SPY is, let's go to the, I guess it's probably the same thing, Heikkens or regular here. Your 16-day on the SPY is printing a green dot here. Now, look at how it was printing a green dot here. Same general level. Look right there. April 2018. It looks very similar. Like, look at this. Look at this right here. Looks similar to here. Looks very similar to here. So that, I'm not saying you're going to just dump down like that, but maybe, if you map out this to the bottom, this is April to February the following year. So this is about another 6 to 8 months. This would bring us a bottom in, sometime early 2023 to mid 2023. If we do go into a bad recession, Bitcoin could gradually, be choppy, go down until then. Maybe it could be different, kind of like how the Nasdaq bottomed out with the SPY in this recession over here. It could take a while, and also, it could be kind of like this green dot on your 16-day here on the SPY. So it could be a short signal almost. That's another concern we have for Bitcoin right now. We're looking at historically, the reason I've been so inclined on it, because historically Bitcoin and Ethereum, the green dot on the 16-day, the deep anchor wave on the 16-day, has given you the bottom. Also, not too many people look at the 16-day, which can give you an advantage. So in terms of like how you look at, these bull and bear cycles, like right, this bear cycle, and this bear cycle, they're all shorter than the previous one. We know that. So it would make sense to have hit the bottom here, but with everything going on, I'm not completely convinced. I feel like once everyone starts saying that 17K was the bottom, because the majority of people got it, complete 80% have been saying, 17K was not the bottom, which was crazy high. I did not think it would be, that high. And that was kind of gave us steam for this little rally upward. I mean, my main prediction was always we could come up from this. I thought it would happen faster. I didn't think we would do one of those things this is like tied with some of the longest times where you're just sideways or, sideways in a range bound area it's about 2 months. I think the longest it would give us like another week or two like this, but I think you should break out pretty soon here. But yeah, at this point, 25K, and then you come down to your bottom in September. That was my main prediction here. Now, if things get a little bit different, you keep getting, I believe the Fed's going to do what they're going to do with the raising rates in September. September's normally a bad month. That could be the catalyst downward. We have a green August or whatever, and then September's downward. Or we break out quicker for Bitcoin. I mean, and we still have a green August for Bitcoin, and you would have to come down a lot to have obviously a red August. I mean, where did this month start? I believe you'd have to come down to this general area, which you can. You definitely can, but it's a little wishy-washy right now. I don't know. We'll have to see. Daily in the green too. As soon as these RSIs, they're either going to split, curve down and be bearish, or curve higher and go more together, kind of like where was it? I believe this would be comparable. And usually in instances where it gets like this, you came down here, but usually you don't, continue to come up a lot farther like we did over here. It's that same, 4 hump pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bam, Now, if we compare that, let's just see how. Here it's different. See the 4 humps and then upward. Here it's different. So, it's different this time. We don't know, exactly what's going to happen. It could be like this here. You come down a little bit and then you continue forward. That would be one possibility. Also, when we do see bottoms in bear markets, I mean, if we go to let's go to our 2018 bottom here. Just to show you kind of, what happened. You rallied up for, let's see, about a year, I believe. June, so about 6 months, give or take. 6 months of bullish action. But then you had, this was from June 2019, generally downward all the way until your pandemic. So 6 to 8 months about generally downward action. You may argue without the pandemic, this was kind of the bottom 6 months of generally downward action. So we have that to worry about as well. So yeah, basically the main consensus here, you're not going to be just in this range forever. You're going to break upward, and that upward point would probably bring you to, let's see, trend line like here, maybe even give or take a little bit more, 30K, something like that, I believe. Oh yeah, it's telling us. And then here, 18. Could be also, you get to 30K in the next few weeks, 28, 30K. Then after that, September is your bloodbath. We also have, Biden's health hasn't been looking too good. There could be some more news with that. That could send some things to a panic if there's a change of power. Not saying that's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see. You also got Ethereum merge. I believe that's on the 19th. I think that could be kind of a sell the news type of thing if we continue forward to that point. But short term right now, I mean, I think there's a good shot you come down a bit more, especially with this bearish div that's going to confirm here in 3 hours, 20 minutes. So yeah. Yeah. Is there a bearish reversing? I don't know the bearish hammer pattern. Yeah. Yeah, what happened to them? Does anyone know any news on that? Like what's gonna happen with the Mt. Gox thing? 16-day green dot. Let me ask you this, another Google user. Are you a little bit worried, like, for the small possibility that 6 to 18-day green dot just disappears and we crash down within the next 24 hours? I would have waited till it confirmed to go all in. Personally, not financial advice to everybody. Yeah. Thus, market. Okay, let's see. The way I see the CPI is that 30% is weighted on oil if it drops so much. You're assuming it drops the same rate again since okay. CPI was spec. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I see where you're going with that. Those markets seems pretty obvious. That's what I've been thinking. I mean, gold, silver, oil, everybody knows about. So I think the killing could really be made in the recession with gold and silver. Now, not to say that Bitcoin can't do well in it, but everybody knows about Bitcoin now. Everybody's talking about it. So I feel like gold and silver, that's my view. Let's look at gold and silver real quick because I've been doing very well with this. I got in over these lower parts. It does look like, yeah, here you go. Looks like this would be your take profits if you took the trade up from here. That nice trade. And this red dot confirms in about 5 hours. So yeah, that would be a case for it to come back down. You need to have a healthy correction. You should come down to 17. I would want you to come down to 1760 or something. But on our monthly, I mean, the main thing, if you guys haven't seen this too, so the monthly right here, this was like 05. You pumped quite a bit, into that recession. And then you topped out around 11. Also, if you haven't seen this chart, this is real. No, not that one. Gold, SPX. No, it's not the right one. What? What? That's not enough data. What do we... It should be at gold. Gold. It's SPX is the... Okay, I don't know why there's not enough. I'm looking at the wrong... Oh, no, I don't want ACAP. That's the issue. No, I don't want... Why is... Hold on, let me do this on a different tab, maybe. Here we go. This is what I want to show you guys. So, your monthly here, you know, look at that. Look at where the dotted line is, right there. See? Bam, this was, you know, where it started outperforming in 02, all the way up to 11. And then the same thing here, 1970s, you know, right here. Took a few years, though, to really, you know, get going. Till the 71, but and then even before this, we could look at this area right here, you know, Great Depression. You know, I mean, you really wanted to go in over here, obviously, you know, with all these yellow X's, but even if you got in right now, say it's like right here or something, you still got a 200% against the, you know, that's the S&P 500, so you still outperform that. Probably doesn't sound like much because the S&P 500 went down, what, 90% then? But yeah. You do have a little trigger wave there. I think it could bring you down, maybe a bottom again at this point. We'll see, though. If we look at the Dixie, let's look at the Dixie. Monthly, you're going to get a red dot relatively soon, kind of like this. Still continued upward on these. You know, your 16-day is going to confirm in a day and 7 hours. Could be interesting if this just goes away and we pump up while Bitcoin crashes. Not saying that's going to happen, but yeah, that's what I'm curious about. I'm curious to know, you know, what we have to go down to have this go away. Now, if I had to guess, I believe if this turns red, maybe 22 could get this to go away. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But if this goes away, like it did in 08, or 2018, like here, look what happened. Bam, right down. So we got to be careful with that. Still kind of looks like this area to a certain extent. I mean, you did pump up. What was this pump up from the bottom there? 47%. What was 42%? Pretty similar to that. That's my main concern right now. So, yeah. Let's look at the chat. What's up, Hyena? Not too nervous because of the momentum upwards in the market currently, plus the money flow in the daily continue coming into green. Lastly, the RSI. It's funny, like another Google user, a lot of times I stop buying when the daily comes into the green. I'm accumulating when it's in the red. But yeah, so if it does, like I think I said this earlier, you guys smash the like button, by the way. If it does, you know, come into, if the 16-day does confirm, I'm probably going to wait until the daily goes back into the red. I mean, I bought a lot at between 17 and 22K, so yeah. Or if the daily gets high in the green, I may sell a little bit, take some profits, why not? And we go really up, you know, 40K, something like that, I'm going to take some profits. Doubled my money. Let's see, pump across sharks, big dolphins, oh, okay. Shrimps, less than 1 Bitcoin, okay. Dolphins, what is 100 Bitcoin worth? Is that $2 million? Well, 10 Bitcoin would be 200 grand, so it's dolphins. Okay, so I'm a dolphin. Or 100 Bitcoin, is that 2 million? 100 Bitcoin. Wow, I'm terrible. Yeah, it's 2 million. Never bought return. Sharks never bought. Retail shrimps aggressive. Mt. Cox is this month, huh? Yeah, that sounds good. Another Google user. State of China's economy. So I'm not, you know, the biggest expert on China's economy. I don't claim to be. What Elon Musk said on the Nut Boys podcast is that they're having a little bit of a similar thing with the housing, like we had in 08. Probably not that bad though. Another theory too is they kind of Robert Kiyosaki was on London Real pretty recently, and he mentioned that the same time where China's housing market was about to go bust or whatever, no one could afford to pay their mortgages. What happened? The pandemic. Around the same time, the pandemic kind of saved that a little bit. So I'm not that big of a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but it is something to think about. China's, they know how to do certain things. Now, short term, I think they will have some trouble. Just like if we go into a recession, the U.S. will have some trouble. They'll have some trouble as well. Who will perform during the recession? It could be where they do, but yeah, I mean, if we do go into a recession, the whole world is going to feel it, obviously. Um, yeah, 4 hour, 3 hours and 13 minutes right now. Wow. KDA, let's look at KDA. A lot of people have liked it. I know it's down a lot right now. It's one of the newer ones. A lot of you guys like it. Wow. I mean, it's up a lot, yeah. I think there's probably some charts with more data. I look at these and I'm just like, oh wow, it's up a lot. And then I look at ETH and it's like nothing compared to that, but yeah. Did it come out that? No, it came out earlier than that, but yeah, I mean, right now you're just looking at like definitely very, especially this 4 hour. Look at that curvature, and well, not a bearish dip exactly, but just that money flow curvature. That's a bearish dip from there to there. That marked the top there. So I do think you could come back down to $1.70 or something here. In terms of high time frames, there is some good curvature. There's some good arguments to make. Also, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. This is why I was kind of thinking crash because, and there's all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow X's now, 4 yellow X's on the daily. This Bitcoin dominance I feel like is bottoming out, and if we do come down, this would shock everybody. If we do, not saying this isn't gonna happen, but if we do, crash below 20K, this is gonna pop, guys. This is gonna go up. It should. If it doesn't, oh, wow. But yeah. So there's a lot of different possibilities right now. It's not the easiest, market obviously to navigate. Just doing the trades based on certain things, techniques. Short, you had a nice short this morning on Bitcoin. Being a little greedy with that, profits locked in. Probably going to try to hold that for a while, assuming we come down, which I think we will with the bearish divs. So yeah, and you're kind of hitting a major point with ETH Bitcoin. I think this should start to come down, especially with this bearish div here, ETH Bitcoin. So yeah, but there's still an argument to make for it. Let's see here. Oil's got to be down, right, guys? Let's see. No, it's up a little bit. Oil, it's having trouble losing $70 here. But I will say, the larger time frames don't look very good. Nor do the middle ones really. Usually stock market rally before, yes. Ooh, Accurate Components Company, yes, we were talking about that. It looks like very similar. Let me show you guys again because this is important to really look at with the SPY on the 16 day. Let's go to 16 day. Because look, you're about to confirm, 11 days to confirm this green dot on the SPY. Look at this one, right when it confirmed here, this recession, bam, right down. This would bring us, let's see if it repeats, like May to October, so that's about 5 months. That would bring us down quite a bit in the next, what percentage was this? 27%. If you come down 27% towards the end of the year, 300 or whatever, and then right here when this one confirmed, bam, right down. So that's the big thing. Usually rally. I mean, bear market rallies are real. That's the main thing to be concerned about right now. So I mean, SPY at 420. Am I buying at 420? No. I don't see a reason to. But yeah. Also the weekly, this could curve back down as money flow could curve out. So yeah, Bitcoin 10-day was bearish too. Ooh, okay. So that's not on Heiken's, but even, you're about to go into the red on regular candles and this is curving back down. So whenever it still looks pretty, like right here, guys. Look, I mean, kind of like that before he came down. Or money flow coming out kind of over here too before the big dump downward. So, yeah. That's why I've been very concerned with this rally. Hmm. No, I didn't. I gotta catch up on that, Mr. Patel, or I can't pronounce your first name, but let's call you Mr. Patel. The oil thing you did here. No, I didn't hear. I'd have to read about that. Fed propping up the markets, yeah. Bloomberg reported that the only reason it was merely because of oil gas prices came down. If they rise back up, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, and I think we have the Fed meeting in September where they're going to raise rates again. 0.75 basis points. That's where you could get into a bloody September. September is historically a bad month for stock market and Bitcoin. That's the big thing that I'm waiting for, thinking about right now. You guys, by the way, smash the like button if you enjoy the content, or smash a dislike if you disagree with disagree with anything I'm saying. But yeah, I reported that the only reason CPI came down was oil gas prices coming down. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking. I mean, because then you start to get downward. This confirms or the 16-day confirms in 11 days. So, and it's obviously not as volatile as anything else, but I do think, let's see, are we what are we doing at this? We're at this big fib level right here. Would make sense that you lose this level, especially money flow coming out in the hourly, some of these lower time frames and the SPY. How about the ND? How about the Nasdaq? Above that area a little bit. How do we draw? Are we hitting any And this is the best the Nasdaq has done for a while too, which is a little concerning because it's just not sustainable. Like how much you pumped up. Yeah, it does look bullish kind of. You're just fighting through that area, but money flow starting to come down here. So yeah. Same deal on the QQQ. Yeah, same thing really. How about? Yeah, that's downward. Yeah, but I didn't take that trade. That was a potential trade that would have been a loser with this. You're starting to get close to these areas too, so maybe it'll bottom out around there. I mean, this is kind of programmed to go down over time. That's the issue with this. But yeah, 2-day does not look good. Maybe like this one, that one, and then yeah. It is more boring in general. I mean, the thing is too, let's look at this. This was a, June 14th. We're basically in mid-August, so 2 months of nothingness, basically, just a nice ascending wedge. This was, if you do January to April, that's almost 4 months of just nothingness, really. Just bounces off of 33. So you could go longer in this range, but I feel like you gotta come back up at some point here. This was a little bit more volatile in this area. It really looked like you came down 2 times here. This was a nice 2-month period, I believe. May to, yeah, nice 2-month period. This was a descending wedge, which are usually bullish. Ascending wedge, usually bearish. If you do something like this too, it looks kind of like this. Bam. That would be a 22% downward correction. 22% would be right back to 19. That's kind of my view what you got to go to lose the 16-day green dot. And another Google user, what are you going all in on? Are you going all in on Bitcoin, ETH too? That's what I'm curious about if you're still around. Yeah, you could come down 80%. Come down for some of the altcoins, sure. Ava Max, with Crypto Yacht. Do you guys know Crypto Yacht? He hasn't been around in a while. Ava Max. Do you think Ava will come down next 2 months? Bearish. What's up, Luciano? Right now, I mean, it looks like, I mean, you guys are just getting in. You didn't see the analysis. I'll do a recap video later, but yeah. 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 Let's look at AVAX. Imagine just sideways till October, then you come down bare head and shoulders. Oh, let's see more. Very split RSIs. Look at that. Yeah, that's the. This is the main. This is probably like 80%. Yeah, 87%. That's insane. This area, that would be 67, $10 or something. Not saying that's gonna happen, but yeah. Your daily doesn't look too bad coming back into the green, but the problem is this. Yeah, that's what's looking similar. That's the issue here. Bearish div there. This might be a nice short because you're getting that bearish div on your. Ooh, yeah. 3-hour money flow coming out. That's confirmed. Could be a nice short right there, especially, yeah, your 6 money flow is coming out. Ooh, this might be. I might have to do something here. Might want to do something here. Maybe at this point, just wait to enter in on. Oh, this confirmed too. Well, not for Heikens, 3 hours. You could enter. Yeah, I mean, when ETH confirms in the 4 hours as well. Let's see what happens though. I mean, yeah. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. Because we hit the major point on, Bitcoin we were waiting for. Now you're coming back up a teeny weeny bit. But yeah. This 4 hours is so weird. It's usually not this like choppy like this. Yeah, thanks so much, Jerry. Yeah, guys, by the way, there's a nice competition going on BitGet. There's other good promos on FEMEX and BITGET as well. Check out the links in the description below if you're interested, if you're an experienced trader. I don't see ETH breaking 25.9. Me neither, really. That's Ultra US. That's a good one. Sol, I don't know. Sol. Yeah, I mean, some of these I've never even heard of. DAW is good, though. Ocean, MTV. How are the really low time frames looking? You've been in the green for a while on the 6 minute here. More bearish in terms of money flow, at least. What is the CPI numbers are such nonsense too, really. It's still high. That is interesting. I'd have to read about why that is. Maybe more mental illness, stuff like that could be a factor. You're starting to get into sell the news territory too. Bearish divs coming up everywhere on this. I'll keep this on my screen. This one might be a good one to try to short, especially how split this is. Look at that. Could go up a little bit more, yeah. Or just wait for it to... Maybe wait for one of these, honestly. Because they're such, yeah. Wait 7 hours or something. Let's just see, too. Like, how was it? Ooh. I mean, yeah, money flow. You were in the green here, and then look at that. That's what I want to keep an eye on. Sometimes I want to. Let me write this down so I remember. Sometimes I forget about this stuff. Or I could set alerts, but sometimes I miss them. Let me just write this down. AVEX. 16-hour bearish div. Hour bear div. It's the number one thing I'm looking for. Maybe even a way to go short on Ethereum by that point, because I'm already short on Bitcoin. So the best thing would be, just be grateful you have that short in, and then this is not appearing yet, but your 12-hour, some of these might. I mean, yeah. On regulars, this is appearing, yeah. XRP buying Celsius. Do they even have the money to do that? Imagine XRP, out of all people, are the ones that save Celsius and they open withdrawals. Oh my, that would be Paul Barron's tell you. Check out Paul Barron Network's channel. I'm gonna watch that. He's probably premiering a little bit. I'll probably get off and watch that. I should be on Paul next week as well. I gotta shoot him an email. But yeah, short term right here, it seems like you're gonna come down a bit more. So yeah. Let's see. AR. Yeah. H bar, yeah. H bar. Kevin O'Leary likes H bar. I mean, I know UOS. I have a friend who loves that one. Okay. I almost like File a little bit better because of the Winklevoss twins, but that's the only reason why. You might know fundamentals better. We could look at AR. I mean, right now I would probably lean, bearish div, right? No, it's not a bearish div, but well, there, bearish div confirmed. Money flow coming out. For short term, I would be definitely more bearish. I mean, it does seem that, like, for people just tuning in right now, like, look, bearish div under 4 hour. Last time that happened, just like this one, bam, right down. Even, yeah, this one as well. I forgot to mention earlier. I don't believe this one. Look, and the same line, and this is a big area, too. Confirms in 3 hours. So yeah. Let me set an alarm as well. When will this? Yeah, 3 hours. Let me set an alarm on my phone so I remember this. I got a notification, but I really want to. It's kind of just a debate whether to wait for the times of 2 hours and 54 minutes. Yeah. So just chill until then. Is it commonly known administrated by the... So that's my thing that's kind of secret that I invented, Hyena, but no, it's not common at all. It's something I invented through a lot of trial and error. Jason Kasper's is 4 hour, 22 minute. I don't know the math on that, so it might be a little less. But yeah. Connor Anderson, I don't think it's that likely. I think it's more likely it will go down, to the 10% based on the bearish divs forming, but sure. That is, I think that's in the rising wedge. That's one of the resistance points that's possible. Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why I'm not entering anything right now. 24.8K, sure. I mean, it's possible. I don't think it's too likely though. But you gotta wait and see. I don't really care where it pumps up to. I'm going more on when the bearish divs confirm. You look at what was the one Billy Bob wanted me to look at? Where is it? XEC. I've heard of that. I mean, that 3-day don't look too bad. Daily splitter size, yeah. Like everything else, I mean, This bearish div, this could bring us down a bit. Kind of like that one, right back down. What's happening right now? ETH is coming up. This is crazy wild. ETH is coming up. Bitcoin's coming down. ETH is just wild, man. ETH is a wild, wild coin right now. 2023, yeah. Bitcoin is trending downward a bit, yeah. Mr. Patel, when do you think sub 18K? What's your timeline? That's what I'm very curious about what you think on that. What's like, when are we going back to 18K? Is it going to be soon? Is it going to be in December? When is it going to be? I've never seen the Bitcoin all-time history in there. Oh, the season has more than Brave New Coin. There will be a point where this gets into the red. I don't know when it will be, but Nasdaq bottomed out after a dot-com bubble around here, and the money flow that would give us a bottom in the next few months. So yeah, that was kind of the first time ever we actually printed a bearish div on the monthly, and you did come down, but then you got another one there to really confirm it. In terms of bear cycles, yeah, I mean, if you count, assuming this would be interesting, assuming this was the top. So May, if you cancel out 68K, forget that happened. Assuming 65K was the top, like some people really think was the real top. November 2013 to, where was it actually? January 2015. So was that? Okay, so about a year, a little over a year. This one, December to just about a year. And then this one, May to June 2020, about a year. That would be the argument too. It was April, I believe. Yeah, April was the top, yeah. Be that argument. It's a mini run possible. That's what I've been thinking, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely what I've been thinking for the next month. Are you familiar with Market Cipher? Do you think the 16-day green dot could disappear in the next day before it confirms? Do you think that means anything? What was the one somebody wanted me to... Oh yeah, Ethereum Classic. I know somebody who I think has a bag of this. That is wild. How much does this come up? Confirmed on the 16-day. It's probably because it came down so much. 92%. Wow. Wow, that is a volatile puppy. I don't even know why anyone's buying this crap. It's probably because it's on Robinhood. That would be hitting a major point of, support and resistance or whatever. Ooh, right there, yeah, that point. Or, if you go like here, ooh. It's a weird one. I don't know. Do you think really this is sustainable? You guys really think this could go up a lot higher? I mean, I think it's just going to roll over. That's what I would say. You quit a master's in architecture. It's not very black. Oh, wow. ALCX. Yeah, we can take a quick look. Believe it. The last time I looked at this was in January. Before it dumped down 95%. Yeah. I just look at all these. All ETH has really outperformed, yeah, most of them. I don't know. I think like everything else. I mean, it's going to follow the general market trajectory. It looks more bearish in my opinion, but this is getting to the point where it's just tough to catch the top. But right now, you're finally hitting this major point here, so it just looks so bearish. And then if you look at funding fees too, I feel like the FOMO's, just starting to dissipate here. Mr. Patel seems like he knows what he's talking about, but then again, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. The 26, I think I know why people are talking about the 26K too or something. It'd be somewhere around here, the end of this or whatever. It's doable. Do I think we're going to get there? It's 16-day confirms and, everything else looks okay, maybe. But if it doesn't and crash down pretty quickly, probably not. But nice. You probably did very well in the blockchain recruitment firm. You guys smash the like button. Alright guys, I think we talked about pretty much all we want to talk about right now. Let me look. There's one last thing I want to look at, and it's the Nasdaq before 08 and before let's go on the 16-day green dot confirming in 11 days. Yeah, almost like this is a deeper one over here. 08 was that, and then almost like this one, not as deep though, but that one, look at that one, and then right down, brought you up a little bit more both times, so maybe a little bit more, and then downward. I mean, if it's like this, go down another 60%. Wow, let's come down 83, and then all the way. Yeah, this is wild. This took how many years to come all the way back? 7 years, yeah. It trends up with time. It trends up with time. This looks so overheated though in terms of money flow. I mean, your money flow, yeah, that too. Look at your money flow area right there. Yeah. I mean, they're profitable companies right now. It's different than the dot-com bubble, but still. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in signing up for interested in trading, if you're an experienced trader, links in the description below for BITGET, FEMEX, and BitGet. There's good competition going on in BitGet, all really good exchanges. So check all those out. Links in the description below. Also, my trading course down below. A lot of people have really liked it, so check that out. If you want to get Market Cipher as well, link in the description below. And let's see. I think that's pretty much all of it. So yeah, guys, smash the like button. I will probably try to do a recap video later today. And yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to share links in the chat. But you could join my free Discord, and you could share it in one of the general chats. I'm sure people will be happy to see it. All right, guys, have a good one. Hope you enjoy your day. Goodbye.